Endometriomas are a type of cyst that's found in people with endometriosis. It's also been called a chocolate cyst. The reason it's called that is because it is a blood-filled cyst. It's essentially old blood in there, which is gross. They get really, really huge, and they do not act or behave like regular ovarian cysts. It's very common for a doctor to approach just more of a generalized, more common type of ovarian cyst with the let's wait and see what happens kind of method, because a lot of times what will happen with those, which cysts can be somewhat normal depending on your health, right? And cysts do occur during ovulation, things like this. But the wait and see method doesn't work for an endometrioma. The reason is because an endometrioma will never resolve itself like normal cysts do. A normal cyst a lot of times will kind of like reabsorb and it'll go away and it's no longer a problem. But with an endometrioma, it's there and it's going to stay there. And so the treatment is either surgical removal, and sometimes surgeons will choose to instead drain the cyst, but that's going to leave behind the cyst. And also just note that like removing an endometrioma or draining the endometrioma, the fact that it's already there and exists means that it's likely you could experience that again. And so this isn't like you have this endometrioma, it's removed, and you're never going to have to deal with that problem again, but you might not have to. You just never know, right? Removing endometriomas is something that needs to be done by a skilled, well-trained surgeon. They are complex, and it's not something that should be handled by somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. Endometriomas are an indicator of pelvic endometriosis. They are an indicator of deep infiltrating disease, stages 3 and 4. Usually what comes along with an endometrioma is a whole lot of havoc that can happen in the pouch of Douglas or the rectal area, uterosacral ligaments. You might also see adhesion. Here's the thing. If you care about your future fertility and you suspect that what you might be experiencing is an endometrioma, it needs to be dealt with, and it needs to be dealt with properly to honor your future fertility. Now, because an endometrioma, they're typically very big. They typically get much bigger than regular cysts. They actually sometimes can be seen on imaging like an ultrasound, which is a really nice, uninvasive way to see if that's what you're dealing with. I have a personal story about my own endometrioma that I'm going to share next.